welcomes you to match day number 2 in the Rugby 10s Championship. It is the Balkans Honey Badgers that take on the San Clemente Rhinos. The Badgers fresh from a 12-5 win over the Wild Dogs, and the Rhinos dropping by 5 points against the Elephants. It is the men's sides of the franchises that'll take the field first, but well supported from both these sides, and 4 teams in each franchise, including the under-18 sides, Kat.
Yeah, it's just, and then we're looking at just the talent on display here. We saw Wood go over for his try, like a really good leg drive earlier. Some real quality players in there as well. And John Poland again coming off the bench, a real go-to player for this team here. And then over to the Rhinos, you've got Devereaux Ferris, real key player, and Tom, we mentioned him earlier and how devastating Tom Bowen can be. So again, a good mixed quality players in there.
Yeah, head coach Bram van Straten, one of the key figures for South Africa back in the day, played with the Stormers in Western Province and the Springboks. Mike Friday, the decade-long head coach of the USA men's sevens program, is in the coaching rank as well. He loves barking a few orders, does Magic Mike.
He used to coach me back in the day. Yeah, so I've had my barking orders from him plenty of times.
So here we go. It's the Balkans Honey Badgers and the San Clemente Rhinos that take the field for the second time today. Matila Uta, the Olympian from Paris for the United States, who was coached by Mike Friday there as well, leads out his Rhino side. And Adrian Boyson brings out the Balkans Honey Badgers. 2 brilliant sides. Looking to gain more competition points as they work their way to our finale on Saturday. And the camaraderie on display. A lot of team building off the field, Cat, for these sides too.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see there, like, just that mixed huddle, and it's not just the guys one side and the girls the other. It really is like that all in. This is our game together. It's just the starters and the finishers for what's going on. But yeah, you can really sense that there's that connection and cohesion.
So great to chat to players and coaches during the week, and they said that, you know, going to the beach, they've done a lot of fun activities off the field as well as a massive group, and that's kind of what you love. You don't really find that in other forms of the game. No,
a lot of the coaches and players that we spoke to actually said they're all quality rugby players. They know what they're doing on the pitch. Actually, you need to know each other off the pitch, which I really do believe. Like, you bond off it and you get to know each other and what you're like, and it really does help translate into some beautiful rugby.
No, it certainly does. Being on the same page. It is match number 3 you're joining us for, of 6 local time, 2 o'clock here Pacific.
Time on.
Michael Visser out of the Strand of South Africa, where we were last year for this exact event, which was won by his side, the Balkans Honey Badgers franchise. He reaches to the heavens with that big kick. And it'll be a free kick to be touched, so halfway line it will be the San Clemente Rhinos who will tap and go. And the big frame of Jed Melvin gets us going. Jake Merklinger lurks around near ruck time. The Rhinos choose to go to the right-hand side.
Clean that, clean that.
Nice early touches.
Release red, release red.
Barry's their scrum off. Such a live way played in Super Rugby Americas. Now he finds the mullet man, Jake Merkling, out of San Diego, California. Much to the dislike of Cat. The mullet really blows beautifully in this Southern California breeze.
I'm not against a mullet. I'm against how often you reference mullets.
Well, he's got the ball. What can I say?
Yeah. The mullet man is, I guess he's known. But no, it's great. But good start for the Rhinos, especially as they know they needed a strong start on this one, and that, you know, we've seen their go-to, their set piece. They like being in these areas of the pitch, kick to the corner and go strong.
Jacob Asadnot is the target in the line-out. He goes high for this one. Now a maul set. Bahram is on the edge of this one. It's the San Clemente Rhinos driving for the line, and they're over. The opening score of the game is all power, all forwards, all delight for the Rhinos.
And this is what we were talking about ahead of the tournament, is that there is such a mix of styles of play. Because again, I didn't know I'd be here talking about scrums and driven maul line-out tries, but here we are. You know, I thought it's the one-hand offloads or the fancy stuff. But you do what suits your team and what works well. So Rhinos playing to their strengths fantastically. And yeah, for all the forwards out here watching, like, there's a ball for you. Love it.
It worked beautifully, as you said. The Sadno with a take, the man from Pretoria, former Blue Bulls representative for the age groups. Here's another look at.
Yeah, so there we go. Just the strength and the power, and probably not something that the Badgers are expecting to have to defend either. that I imagine there's not been a lot of maul defence in their training, so it's caught them off guard there, and it's very smart from the Rhinos to do.
So in this mixed play game, it is 5-0. The side in green, the St. Clemente Rhinos, with an early lead, with their women's side still to follow in the second half, when the score will continue. Balkans Honey Badgers, a one-try victory over a favoured Cape Town Wild Dog side. They have possession in midfield. Nisi Uyard looking to float with Fisser on the outside. Nice little dummy, and then finds Latuma Fasita, the Tonga Ikali Tahi player for 5 years out of Auckland, New Zealand. Ball there for Roland van der Heefer, one of their big go-to players out of Stellenbosch University. Beautiful wine region of South Africa. Crossfield. Here's Theo Nanent, her wife Ingrid, watching from Paris to that far side for the Balkans Honey Badgers. Double franchise champions in South Africa, but they could see the penalty at the breakdown. Arm goes up the other way. No, it is their penalty, in fact, for a high shot. So, again, a quick tap as they work the Rhinos back towards the 22. Floating around the fringes, Callum Randall. Played for the England 7 side and France 7 side. Dual international player with Montpellier. Nanette, another one of those French stars in midfield, linking up nicely around the base. Fessard, very fast around the fringes, looking to link up as Nisi Uyard, France 7 star. Now they find some of their forwards are going to go to work. It's Michael Wood, the truck driver. He's fresh. He's got a full tank of gas. He goes near the fringes. Here's Fisser starting around the breakdown. The tall timber of Devon Ensslin. He cracks it out and 5 out. It's a response here from the Balkans Honey Badgers, with numbers queuing up to the left-hand side. A big pass needed here. Fisser looks to float one over, and he's floated it forward, in fact.
Yeah, we're pretty much right in line with that one in there. I love the vision. It was on out there, but just crept forward on that. And I think an example of you being dummied by the ref again. You got dummied by the yellow card last time, and then this time a dummy penalty.
Well, he had his hand facing the wrong way, I mean.
Yeah, he did change his mind a few times there, but I think he's mugged you off there.
He certainly has. Referees 2, Dallin 0 so far here in the series in the championship. Here's the forward pass.
Yeah, so you can see it is on, and if it does go to hand, and these are the things, is those fine margins. You know, if that goes to hand, it's probably a try, but it's just crept 2 inches forward and then hands away possession to the Rhinos.
Particularly with only 10 minutes, as we said, with these sides on the field. Kian Barry stabs this one through. Kian Barry, his father, involved with Major League Rugby as well, as one of the investors with the New England Free Jacks, currently watching on a yacht in the Mediterranean. Still with the Balkans Honey Badgers. They receive the kick through from Barry. And again, they send their big units forward. It's Wood yet again. Played for the Waratahs in Australia. Fisser wants the penalty and gets it.
Failing to release.
And an interesting style here, because Badgers are looking to go quickly initially, but now they're getting themselves organised, getting themselves set and slowing the play down.
Fisser just waiting for his troops to be organised. Nanette looks for a switch, drawing a couple of players with him. Big frame of Adrian Boyson, double Rugby World Cup player. Takes on several players with him. It's a good carry from Boyson, the Namibian international. Fisser now, a quick ball for the Balkans Honey Badgers. Devon Enslin's on the edge of this one. Nisi Uyard again. He's got a couple of magic moves. Well, beats 3 or 4, beats himself, gets the offload. Sublime skills from the Balkan Honey Badgers. They're well on the front foot. Support arrives from Tom Connor, the Aussie 7 star, and with penalty 5 out, someone's going to the bin. And I'm afraid to say it's the mullet man.
The mullet man.
Quick tap for the Balkans Honey Badgers. They're right in front of the uprights, looking to go ahead with a score and the conversion if they can get it. And they move it to the left and get it down. The Balkans Honey Badgers are on the board. And they've worked really well to score that.
Yeah, they have worked really hard together as a team, and they actually went more of a physical route as well. So when they have their penalty, they're not kicking for line-outs. They are didn't do a quick tap, but they got themselves set and ready, and so they're playing with structured, but they had their big men there really carrying. So a nice pick from 9, and then good carry. Smart as well to initially get that Bosch and that push away with his arm, to then just be able to drop his body weight down, because the last thing he wants wants to do is be held up there, because then obviously it's that goal line dropout, so does really well.
And a beautiful conversion as well. That has them the lead. It's the truck driver, Michael Wood, that scores his second try, in fact. He's been on fire. Tyres burning left, right and centre. And he has them up 7-5 after Fisser's successful conversion. And we have just under 3 to go.
He's obviously their go-to player when they're within 5 metres. And I did mention him before, so he has to score. So, yeah.
Kat, you are Nostradamus. You know what's to come. St. Clemente Rhinos, how will they finish this one? They're trailed by 2. And their women's sides will come on in the second half, and the score will continue. Deb Ferris, the first receiver. Seth Smith is the one that's missed. And now a chance for a kick through. Chase is coming through from Marcel Trainham after this one. His mum is watching from North Carolina. John Poland looks to collect this one. The double Major League Rugby champion with the New England Free Jacks does well with a one-handed offload. Frees up the Balkans Honey Badgers inside their 22. Here's Poland yet again. He's under pressure. Thought about a kick over and then links up. Oh, and they've received this out as the Balkans Honey Badgers at Adrian Boyson.
Yeah, just completely lost his footing there. I don't think he was aware of where he was at all, because it wasn't the pass that pushed him into touch. He just ran into touch before the ball.
So that error has led to the St. Clemente Rhinos now with Trainham back on the front foot to close out this first half. Can they put themselves ahead? Give their women's side a little bit of advantage.
Let's go back.
Lift's been touched over the Balkans Honey Badgers, been knocked back. Uyard is there superbly, then a kick through from the Balkans Honey Badgers. The Rhinos look to collect this, and off the boot it goes as well. Perhaps should have kept that in hand to attack with, because now it's the Balkans Honey Badgers with no rushes all, as they have a 7-5 lead. They keep it alive. In support there as well is Tom Connor, Barbarians player. Here's JP. Poland goes to the outside. Fasita, the big frame, the Tongan international, gets a strong fend as well. Balkans Honey Badgers linking really nicely between forwards and backs. It's Stefan Ensslin. Oh, it's a one-handed flick. Superb! John Poland at the edge of this one. The Major League Rugby champion, our 10 sensation, scores their second try.
Oh, what a try that was as well. Fantastically well worked from pretty much from back in their possession when they had it back towards their 22. They just worked. They had smart play, and we spoke about one-handed offloads earlier, and when Wild Dogs were doing them, and you know, it just wasn't quite working for them. But that's exactly the time when you want to do that, when you're leg driving, there's no defenders in behind, you've got to get that pass away. Beautifully executed as well.
Now the timing fantastic from Ensslin and John Poland. Now his father played for London Irish back in the day. What a great sporting family he comes from. Former Ireland under-20 product as well. Kick successful, 14 points to 5. A little bit of daylight between these two sides now in the mixed play competition, as we look to hit half-time in just a few moments, where the Rhinos women's sides will have to come back from this deficit. Vitaly Uta jumps up to this one, but it stays with the Balkans Honey Badgers. 4 of their players featured in the 10 series in October, so a lot of newer faces in their team, but they're linking up really nicely. This one is floated over top again to Devon Ensslin, the graphic designer for Marty in Stellenbosch. Played in the Super Cup as well with the Tel Aviv Heat. In midfield yet again, here comes the frame of Yassine Yamuri. This ball goes down to the ground and rolls its way out, and we will go to half-time. It's the Balkans Honey Badgers with 2 excellent scores. They lead here at the break against the St. Clemente Rhinos by a score of 14 points to 5 in the mixed play half-time. So let's get some reaction. Perry Baker is pitchside with Bengalics.
Hi, I'm here with the women's Rhinos coach, Ben Gollins. Ben, being down at the half, playing a tough team that's been going well on this first day here. What's the message to your girls you have?
Yeah, the big part is just composure. What you don't want to do is chase and get, and get frustrated. We've got to be composed, keep the ball and build score. It is only 1 score at this stage, so hopefully, we've got to kick off, look to retain kick off, and then build the pressure.
Thank you. There you have it. Appreciate it, Coach. All the best in the second half. Cheers.
Balkans Honey Badgers women's side, fresh, of course, from that victory against the Wild Dogs, 12-5. Here's a look at their stars.
absolute superstars across the board there. So we saw Baker, such a strong runner, one of the Kiwi players, and then you've got the Rhinos as well, who also Sam Brackett one to watch. It's a second tens tournament. She did Portugal, missed out on South Africa, but back here in LA.
What a place to be here in Southern California. Kristen Pitter gets us going for the San Clemente Rhinos that trail by 14 points to 5. So the team in red, the Honey Badgers, have possession, coached by Richard van den Broek and Elena Swartz. In midfield, Anna Capeless, the veteran player, gets a good offload. Runners there charging onto this one. Meg Mumbe, a try scorer from the game earlier, has it at first receiver, looking across for Georgina Fredericks, a flyer. Fredericks into open space. Fredericks, the international star, will cut him loose here in the second half. Right off the kickoff, it's break time for Fredericks.
Oh, that just looks so easy for Fredericks as well, doesn't it? She just glides through. She doesn't even look like she's got out of breath from that one. Quite often when you see someone running in from that distance, they're doing the sub sign. Get me off. I've absolutely gassed it, but just so casual and so easy for her to just breeze through that. So a dream start really for Badgers coming into this. Just too much gas and then just easy running in.
Stretching the legs. The international player for Australia, named Warrior Player of the Year in 2022, as part of the winning Honey Badgers franchise in the year 2022 as well. Continues their lead, 19 points to 5 now for the Balkans Honey Badgers. What a time to strike from Fredericks, one of the star players that have been picked up here from the Balkans Honey Badgers. So impressed with the competitiveness of this competition, particularly the women's side of things as well. And this one will stay with the Balkans Honey Badgers.
Yeah, there's been some, on Saturday there were some brilliant close games between all of the sides here, but this is probably the toughest matchup. I think Rhinos v the Honey Badgers going into it, coming from behind. It's a lot to ask of these women.
That's right, in the women's competition, as the Honey Badgers, they won 20 points to 12 against the Rhinos. This, of course, just 10 minutes for them now to exploit what advantage they have. Shakira Baker comes flying in, leaves it behind. There's a little knock on here for the Rhinos to play with. The side from San Clemente, we heard from their head coach Ben Gollings, Robin McDougall as well, is with them. First receiver at a standing start, Holly Greenway moves in midfield. Big hits coming on either side of the ball. The Rhinos will need some sort of playmaking magic. Rusilla Nagasau, the Fijian legend, with ball in hand, winds one over the top, big ball, and then been pinched on the edge of this one. It is the Honey Badgers that fly in yet again. What a score, what a way to strike. And they time that to perfection.
Oh, what a great read as well, because if you go for them, you've got to make sure you get them, because it's the worst when you rush up and you can go from hero to zero pretty quickly if you don't get it. But so well timed and just scanning across, got it, because you could there go for the tackle and thinking that you're going to defend, but attack in mind, and a great out to in step off of it as well.
Well, straight from the Olympics in Paris, Verushka Grain gets it done for the Balkans Honey Badgers. Score right in front of the uprights as well. They really are flying on a high right now. 24-5. 26-5 with a kick successful as well. What a lead that this is for the Balkans Honey Badgers. Chance for their coaching crew as well at this stage to get some substitutes in as this game ticks on. Keep themselves fresh for their last game to finish off the day. Rhinos. Ball in hand there for Carla Wright Kelly. And they'll keep it, but again, time ticks away.
Yeah, time ticking away, but I think that Badgers just are so hot onto that breakdown. If they see a sniff in there, they're going for it to try and get the turnover. Now, in the attempt of trying to turn it over, they then ended up knocking it on, but they're comfortable with the scoreline. They're happy with their lead, so they can almost toy with them a little bit here and play on the edge a bit more.
Yeah, this San Clemente Rhinos side, they struggled during the women's competition, 0-3. Their closest game against the Balkans Honey Badgers, losing by 8. And they got taken up by the Elephants by 15 as well. So lots of work for them as they build towards the finale on Saturday with all these different points in the boys under 18, girls under 18, men's and women's competition and mixed play. Big scrum from Balkans Honey Badgers. Rhinos keep it.
knock on. Gents, knock on. Ladies, knock on.
And that has been knocked on indeed.
Yeah, so the last thing they'd want to do is to get rid of possession, but it's so hard when you're trying to play out of your 22. Rhino's just not really been able to get into a rhythm at all. Badger's just denying them of any clean ball.
5 to go. Loni Kiviet, the Netherlands international. Father was the athletics coach of the Dutch men's team for 3 years. She was the first European pro contracted sevens player in Japan. A nice dive pass to get her side. Grain in midfield, scored one already, gets the ball over the top beautifully. Baker it was. Grain scores in the corner. It's 2 in a row. And Barushka Grain, the Olympian, adds 10 to the ball.
Yeah, no stranger to the try line there at all. Like finishing off second one as well, and just it looked easy. Again, it's just looking easy, and that's when you know rugby is played at its best, when just simple things done well looks so easy. But a good netball style pass there over the top, and Grain to finish, and bit of tries to get across for the try saving tackle, but it's just not going to be able to get across there.
Yeah, that was Shakira Baker, the silver medalist from Rio 2016 Olympic Games, getting the pass over the top to another Olympian, Grain to score in the corner. 31 points to 5. It's all Balkans Honey Badgers, and they are certainly the side to beat after taking out the Wild Dogs 12-5 earlier today in the mixed play competition. Kiviet to get us going yet again. Balkans Honey Badgers able to keep their kick-off position superbly. Jade McGrath, the USA Falcons player in 2018, is there, but over the touchline.
There's 2 players there.
Yeah, so just dancing too close to that touchline there. Judged to have gone out. So Rhinos do get some possession, but I think for them now they need to be thinking about, it's not one game at a time. There is more in a tournament. There's another tournament day as well. So it's just building patterns, getting confidence in to play.
Yeah, there's Sam Brackett, not straight at the line out. Sam Brackett, in fact, was in the commentary booth for a little bit during the series. She popped in and helped us out as well. So multi-talented Sam Brackett.
Scrum down the Badgers.
Couple minutes to go in this mixed play game. Balkans Honey Badgers with Fionn Lewis, the professional Welsh international rugby player.
Going to redo that scrum.
She's excited to be back playing rugby after a knee injury. So, raring to go after some time off.
Yeah, she's so enjoying playing the series and now in the championship. 33 caps for Wales, 15s. Shout out to her dog Molly watching and her co-parents Angela and Stephen, as well as her best friends Gwen. But here they go up the middle. It is a short line. Fredericks yet again. Beautiful angle, beautiful timing. And the Aussie international flies in for another champagne rugby score.
Oh, she's just so dangerous that, once she's through and in behind, nobody's going to catch her. I do like that you're implying that dogs sit and they actually watch it, because they do. They do. My dog Nala, I got sent a photo of her watching when I was doing a commentary game, and she's watching the TV. So you're absolutely right.
You heard it here first on the 10s.
Dogs watch 10s.
Fredericks with a beautiful score yet again. Debuted on the 7 Series back in 2016 and still in 2024, cutting them loose.
Yeah, and it's that one-hand pass, there from Lewis, and then just the pace going through it. It cuts through. Some players carve, and she's one of them. Just that cut, like really aggressive line.
38 points to 5 now. The Balkans Honey Badgers in the lead in this mixed play game. Knock back there. Kristen Bitter wants to go in to collect. The Rhinos, can they get something at least from this game? Where men's side scored the lone try in the first half.
No hands, Red!
Trying to link up and create some magic in midfield, but this Honey Badger defence comes flying in yet again. Such strong tackles. Not a lot of options for them to do. Bitter at first receiver. Bernai Ditavu there as well. Now across on that far side.
Stop.
Just pinned in their half. Not a lot of options, so it's time for a kick over the top. And this one sits up for Georgia Hanaway. Very electric player as well. Hanaway well supported. In from the side here is Lykin. Now Fredericks yet again comes off a flying wing position. Spilt, the Rhinos have it again, but again they stuck in that 22. It's been so tough for them to get any sort of line break out.
Yeah, they're just, I think they kicked out of desperation because they just weren't getting anywhere. But then if you do kick, you hand over possession. So it's that tough balance of wanting to get out of the danger zone, but also not wanting to give that ball away.
Beautiful. Thank you. A big score for this Balkan Honey Badgers side. They've got 2-0 so far in this mixed play. Today, they'll finish off at local time 4 p.m. against the Serengeti Elephants. That actually beat the Rhinos 15 points to 10. So that'll be an interesting tussle as the St. Clemente Rhinos look to close out this game. Catherine Johnson, KJ, who we said kicked that beautiful drop kick to win them a match, or at least one of the match days in the series. Kicks for touch.
I keep thinking I'm in trouble when you say Catherine because I'm Cat and I'm only ever. So when you say Cat, I'm like, what have I done? Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know in the commentary. More ammunition for myself. There was the hair chirps as well, which you didn't like, and now I know about Catherine. And your dog's watching as well, so here we go. To the front of the line out. St. Clemente Rhinos, Emily Clark, it's been knocked back and it's been taken by the Balkans Honey Badgers. Jocelyn Callagher, the Sydney Roosters player, across to Fredericks. Fredericks scored 2 already, cuts back in, gets a nice little loop. Good support from Shakira Baker again. It sets up on that far side. The tackle's coming in, and Kika Moulin has lost it forward. And we play on. It's try indeed. Fredericks has a hat-trick.
Oh, there we go. I think we've all been fooled. We thought it wasn't, and then we hear over the tannoy that it is scored. So Fredericks wants to get her hat-trick there, but she's been so dangerous, hasn't she? She really has been just everywhere. And again, that casual, just not out of breath, just doing her thing. What a player.
Unbelievable talent. So great to see her carving up in this 10s game as well. 3 tries. On display for Georgina Fredericks, the Australia 7s and 15s international. Played the Rugby World Cup in 2021 as well. Richie from Zimbabwe moved to Queensland when she was 8 years old. And the final score here is, in this mixed play game, the Balkans Honey Badgers 43, the St. Clemente Rhinos 5. A tremendous effort here from the Balkans Honey Badgers. So many great tries to speak of.
Oh yeah, just they really carved up there, and we've seen them do this in previous tournaments as well. The Badgers women in particular just know how to score tries, and that was a very good display of what they can do.
Yeah, they're able to keep the ball alive, string the passes together. We mentioned the talented players they've got, but really it's their chemistry that has them with ball in hand and scoring tries like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's the support lines as well. So that switch line back in there just got a slight change of that defender to have a look, and then it leaves that gap in. So a lovely pace try there and across. But yeah, it's, as you said, it's teamwork. 100%. It's knowing each other. You see Anna Kaplis there, who's the heart and soul of this Badgers side. You'll often see her dancing to the music, like really geeing that team morale up, and so brilliant to see.
Yeah, this Balkans Honey Badgers side, we said they were double franchise champions from 2022 and 2023. Amazing to see them come good here in the mixed play again as well. So well supported.
Yeah, absolutely. Like just they're growing as a squad in confidence, and they both sides, men and women, lost on Saturday a game, and that just so rarely happens. But they learn from it and they just go forward so well, and they're definitely a team to watch out for and real contenders to take the title.
Well, we can get a word pitch side. Perry Baker is there. He's going to chat to some of the players that just featured in that game.
You can just stand here. Hey, I'm here with myself from the men's Rhinos Rugby. Hey, the first half you guys was playing really tough, and just seemed like things can just get going for you guys. So coming to this next game, what's some things you guys got to go in there and get right to get the Rhinos back rumbling again?
I think we just have to trust the system for sure and just connect better defensively. I feel like that was our only flaw the most, but other than that, I feel like we're going to be good going to this next game. Just trust each other, back ourselves, and do what needs to be done.
For sure. KJ standing here with the women's Rhinos. That was a tough game there. What do you take away from that game? Because you got one more game to go. How are you going to get back on the bike and keep going?
I mean, we got to find our energy individually and then work on our connection as well. Our boys are on the same page. I think it comes down to just grit for us. We switch off a little bit too much, and I think those are the moments when we can really lean on each other to reconnect.
There you have it. All the best in the next game, guys.
Thanks.
Cheers.